Okay, so if we live inside of an Earth cell, it's basically the cells that are inside the human body, and then those create the human self, and then the outer Earth cell is outside of the human. So we're living in a bunch of cells, and outer space is sideways, and those cells make up one giant being that we are inside of. And then our body is created of a bunch of cells, which have a bunch of universes inside of them, or Earth cells, and more people are inside of them. And it just goes on and on and on forever. It's infinite. And the eyeball is the only part of the body that does not regenerate the cell. It just sort of, they say anyway, that it's just the same cells from birth or something like that. So we have giants, which were the first beings, and then it gets smaller and smaller, but the land is created by trash and dead bodies and fossilized trees, which create the mountains with the giants' dead bodies, and petrified beings and wood and trees and all stuff like that. And what happens is we start to cause havoc with our technology, and we begin to hurt the earth, and then the cell inflames to protect itself with blood, which would be the water. So it floods the cell because we inflame it. And each time we flood the cell, we get less and less land. So the land is a lot at the beginning when we're giants, and then it becomes less as we get smaller and less. So they know that soon it's just going to be all water if we keep doing this. So they're saying that we need to go green and return the earth back so that it just doesn't become a giant water-filled cell from all the inflammation that we cause. And every civilization, when we go down and dig down, we see civilization on top of civilization on top of civilization. And the 3D to 5D is a cell division, which is called the Christ, the chrysalis, that some, I guess, are going to be able to go into the new cell and leave behind the parasitic beings in the dirty cell. We have football, which is all fake basketball, and they follow the same storyline as WWE or the WWF or whatever. So in the beginning, whoever's going to win loses, and then they'll come back for like a 3-game streak, and then they'll barely make the playoffs, and then they'll start losing again, and then they'll miraculously come back, and then they make it to the Super Bowl. And then at the beginning, the first half, they always lose, and then the second half, they come back and win, kind of like what the Patriots did. It's following the same storyline as WWE. The winner always loses at the beginning, and comes back. So we have AI, A, with the I in the center. The AI is the capstone. That's the God, the fake God, that's going to be in control of everything underneath it. Then you'll have a layer of the elite, and this is where we used to be. We'll be gone, and there'll be a robot for the bottom of the pyramid, the slave race. And I see what people aren't talking about is, we're talking about aliens and their spacecrafts, but we're not talking about the other part of it, which is they've been using DNA to splice together with lions and reptiles and things like that. So they're creating the fake aliens as well. So they're going to have the same plot as The Watchmen, where Dr. Manhattan is the bad guy, and the whole world unites against the bad guy in a one-world government. So they're going to have an alien race, the reptilian, which they created with the reptilian genetics and DNA. And the ugly reptilians are the bad guys. And then they'll make the good race that comes and helps save us. And they'll be the blonde Arcturians or whatever. and they'll be the sexy race, the good-looking race, the good guys. So they're going to keep the Luciferian deception of bad guy versus good guy to unite the world into a one-world government. Seated at the top would be AI, the Antichrist. Let's see. That's about all I got for now.